The method section is the section where you basically say everything you did, how you collected data, and the way in which you did it. So the whole idea of it is if someone was to read your method section, they would be able to then complete your research project in the exact same manner. So the sample here, this section here, this was actually all in project one. It's quite easy to fill out anyway. You just put your team and your player in and what the competitions were, and just following the reds. Like with every other section, please change everything to black and get rid of the brackets afterwards. So this next section here, so this is a full equipment list. So I need to know all the equipment. So you need to talk about the computer, keyboard, mouse, etc. But with the computer, be really specific. Like say how it's a Windows computer, whereas people might use a Mac. Talk about the software you use, like the Dartfish 7 software, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, memory stick, the 2 YouTube recordings, etc. Okay, this bit here, you need to give an example of how you would code the situation. So, for example, if you were looking at passing in football, what would you have done when passing was happening? So, for an example, I would type, if I saw a player pass the ball, I would press spacebar to pause the game. I would then press pass on my tagging panel. I would then select which type it was. So, for example, if a short pass was performed, I would press short pass. I would then press whether it was successful or not, and I would just go on all the way through the example then, talk about the location, the player, and the half. You would then need to repeat this for your rule break, and then repeat it for your work rate also. Okay, following that, you need to include here a print screen of the tagging window from the Dartfish software. So literally only the buttons. Don't want to see the whole screen, just the buttons. So can you get a print screen and put that in there? And the title for that's already there. Underneath that, you need to tell me which of your buttons were event, continuous event, and keyword buttons. So this is very easy. Whatever your performance criteria is, be it passing, shooting, tackling, setting, whatever it is that you're doing, that is your event button, and the other one's your rule break button. So whether that's fouls, knock-ons, footwork, whatever, those two are your event buttons. Your continuous event buttons are your work rate buttons, so that's your walking, jogging, sprinting. And then all you need to put is my keyword buttons were everything else. So that's all you need to do for that section. Then by here you insert your table, make sure it goes underneath this title. Insert your table of your operational definitions. So that's the table we all did just before Christmas, and this was your definitions, not your textbook definitions now. These are your definitions of your performance criteria. Then all the sub skills. So if you're looking at shooting, you would also go for finesse shot, long shot, volley, half volley, etc., etc. You also need to define your work rate in there and your foul. Right, organisation prior to testing. So in this section here, you just talk about things like how you had to find the recordings first of all. You set up your coding window, so your tagging panel for Dartfish. How you wrote down squad lists and stuff like that. That's what you would include there. Completion of tests. So before you start completing the test, just talk about how you did the practice attempts. You may not have, but just say you did practice, just to make sure the tagging panel was working. Also say you just made sure the mouse and the keyboard was working each time. Without even knowing, you did do that. You made sure the mouse and keyboard was working. And then recording the results. Just talk about how you utilize the Dartfish 7 software, how you utilize the tagging window, and how the tagging window collected the results for you and saved automatically to the computer. Right, this validity consideration, you did this already in project 1, copy and paste it in. However, please make sure it is in past tense now. Same for reliability, project 1, please make sure it's past tense now. This bit was project 1, ethical, consent was project 1, legal considerations project 1, and that is your methodology complete.